All right, let's go a little bit deeper on this psychological genre discussion. Are y'all ready? Yes, you are. Let's go. All right, so I want to highlight three movies under that genre so that way I can kind of explain it a little bit better. So, first, we have the movie Us by Jordan Peele. And this is under the psychological horror genre as well as the social horror genre. Let me explain. Because this movie goes deeper than just being psychological horror and being about this family that finds their doppelgangers and so forth, and that being fearful in and of itself. It's about identity, is about uh, repression of who we are allowed to be in the light versus the masks that we put on in society to survive. You see, so that's where this movie goes beyond psychological horror and taps into social horror as well. And social horror denotes those movies or books or other sources of media that fit into this genre as depicting something where the horror is essentially what society is, right? The true horror is in the systems and processes within the society that that character is living in. So that's why I said when it comes to us is psychological, but also social genre, and it's exquisite. So this is a great example that goes beyond the umbrella that we're discussing here. So if you're wondering what psychological horror is, watch the movie Us. The next one I want to talk to you about is Split. Yes, it's about a person that suffers from multiple personality disorders. But then when you dig deeper into that, the true horror here is not being in control. And for someone who likes to be in control a lot, this is a true horror for me. Because watching that, it makes me squirm because you really like the character doesn't know who is in control at any given time. And that's where psychological horror comes into play, how that movie fits under that umbrella because it goes beyond, right? Like I said in the other video, jump scares and the monsters and so forth in both of these movies, Us and Split, the real horror lives here, and in Us, it lives in society as well, the society that we're part of. You see? Now, let me talk to you about Hereditary as well. That's the other movie. This one wrecked me. Yes, it has supernatural elements, like the Ordinary Bruja has supernatural elements as well. But the real terror here, and this is the one that I want to say aligns a little bit more with the Ordinary Bruja, and that is that you get to see grief and shame eat away at a family here. And this is like once again, this is a true horror. And this movie is how generational trauma is the real monster that is in this movie. And that's the real thing that is eating that family alive. And it's just louder than any other ghost. You see, so when you think of psychological horror, is insidious, is this underlying fear that you can feel, you don't necessarily see, but it's in the vibes, it's in the atmosphere, it's in between the lines of a book. So if you love these movies, the ones that I name, Us, Split, Hereditary, studies that unsettle you because of the psychology behind the fear, then you're definitely gonna vibe with the Ordinary Bruja. And don't forget, right now, you can enter my StoryGraph giveaway, which starts on October 19th, for a chance to win 1 out of 10 digital copies of the Ordinary Bruja. You can also request it as an ARC. It's on NetGalley, Booksprout, and BookFunnel, and it's available for pre-orders. You want to get your psychological horror fix in this spooky season? Come and join me with the Ordinary Bruja. Bye.